Imagine you're on a spaceship accelerating away from Earth at near light speed. You fall asleep and wake up to find 2 days have passed back home. So you cram 2 days into one. The next night, 3, then 4. That's not science fiction. That's how Dario Amodei, the CEO of Anthropic, the company that makes Claude, describes his own daily life right now. And after reading this interview, I think he's the only one being clear-eyed about it. Anthropic just became, by revenue and valuation, the most valuable AI company on Earth. Nearly $1 trillion, 5 years old. And the man running it sat down with Emily Chang for Bloomberg's The Circuit. Chang's the one who gets tech's most guarded founders to actually talk. And she got Amodei to open up. To talk about an arms race, mass layoffs, a cyber weapon he refused to ship, and getting banned from the US federal government. I pulled the thread for you. 6 minutes. Let's go. First thing to understand, Amodei doesn't buy the meme that all the AI labs hate each other. His view is sharper. He says there's a wide variance in trustworthiness. Some players he'd trust, some he wouldn't. And the game is getting the trustworthy majority to drag the rest up to their standard. He calls it the race to the top. The carrot, one lab does something good, the others copy it because it's cool. The stick, once enough players do the right thing, the holdouts look bad. He says they grudgingly do the right thing while attacking us. He's lived it. And the geopolitical version is blunt. He's been loud about export controls on chips to China, even after signing partnerships with the chip makers who hate that position. His line, we're all adults. We can work together on one thing and disagree on another. For a guy accused of being soft, he plays a very hard game. Now here's where it gets personal for everyone in this audience, because this is a cyber story. Anthropic built a model called Mythos. Amodei says it can walk the entire cyber kill chain autonomously, and the part people miss isn't just finding vulnerabilities, it's turning them into working exploits. They pointed it at open source, 271 brand new vulnerabilities in Firefox alone, thousands more in private code. The early testers came back and said, this is a superweapon, you should need a gun license, please don't release it. So Anthropic didn't. Amodei says that decision hurt them enormously commercially. Here's the collision. Amodei drew 2 red lines with the Pentagon. No mass surveillance of Americans, and no fully autonomous weapons, and a human always makes the kill decision. The Pentagon wanted Claude for all lawful purposes, no limits. Anthropic said no. February 27th, 2026, the president directs every federal agency to stop using Anthropic. The Pentagon brands them a supply chain risk, the label you'd slap on a hostile foreign supplier. OpenAI stepped in and signed the contract Anthropic walked away from. The court split it. A California judge called the move Orwellian. A DC appeals court let the blacklist stand. Here's the part that matters for defenders. Amodei says the open models are only about 12 months behind, and he can't stop Mythos-class capability from leaking. When a machine weaponizes vulnerabilities faster than anyone can patch them, your patch backlog goes effectively infinite. You will never close every hole in time. So stop trying to patch every hole. It's far easier to add one rule that protects the vulnerability than to chase a patch across every system. That's what Trinity Cyber does, full content inspection. They read the actual content of your network traffic at line speed and surgically strip the exploit out before it ever reaches the unpatched machine. One rule, and the weaponized traffic never lands, no matter how many new exploits Mythos spits out. Trinity's one of Gula Tech's investments. Now your job. A year ago, Amodei said AI could wipe out half of all entry-level white-collar jobs in 1 to 5 years. He got roasted. Asked if he'd walk it back, then he wouldn't. He saw it live. The day Claude Cowork shipped, $285 billion in software value evaporated. Traders called it the SaaSpocalypse. His read, the pie gets bigger, not smaller, but the incumbents who put their heads in the sand become the big losers. Make a list of your moats, he says. We can write complex software is dead. Customer relationships, domain knowledge, trust, those get more valuable. Step back, and it's all about one thing, power and who checks it. Amodei makes a point I hadn't framed this way. Every powerful technology before this, nuclear, the internet, GPS, started in government labs. AI is the first one built in the private sector, with government showing up late. He calls that dangerous and unstable. So now government is showing up. The Genesis mission executive order pointing the national labs at AI-driven science. A second order trying to preempt state AI laws. The state is finally moving fast, and not always Anthropic's way, given they're the company that got banned. And this is where I have to call back to an episode we did a few weeks ago, the Pope. Leo XIV's first encyclical, Magnifica Humanitas, warns that AI's real danger is concentration of power in a handful of companies. He presented it standing next to a co-founder of Anthropic. Same warning Amodei gives about himself. Don't trust any private company with this, including his own. He built a long-term benefit trust that can fire him. The Pope, the CEO, and Congress all circling the same anxiety. When those three agree, pay attention. Amodei puts the odds of civilizational catastrophe at 10 to 25%. He says it plainly, you wouldn't board a plane with a 25% crash rate. The whole job is driving that number down. The figure he identifies with isn't Oppenheimer, it's Leo Szilard, the physicist who first saw the chain reaction coming and spent his life trying to control it. He calls Oppenheimer a failure case. No larger-than-life hero saves us, just checks, balances, and a lot of unglamorous discipline. My take? Agree or disagree with his red lines, and reasonable people do. He isn't yo-yoing between hype and panic. He's watching the smooth, exponential, and ratcheting his response to match it. In a year of people screaming, that's worth something, he says he'll see us on the other side. And do yourself a favor, go watch the whole sit-down. I gave you the 6-minute version. Emily Chang's full interview goes a lot deeper. It's free on the Bloomberg Originals channel on YouTube. Links in the description. Then come back here. I'll be watching the kill chain on vRon. Stay safe out there.